Hi, this is Asim.
This is Sujoy.
This is Amrita.
And you're listening to Khandaan, a Bollywood podcast about the three main Khans of the Hindi film industry.
Aamir,
Salman,
And Shahrukh.
Hi, you're listening to Khandaan, a Bollywood podcast regular feed. Thank you so much for your support over the years. We now have a Patreon channel with bonus content and exclusive merch for those of you who would like to support us. Every dollar goes towards creating more and better content. Visit us at patreon.com/Khandaan podcast.
Hi and welcome to a new episode of Khandaan podcast, the first podcast of 2023 that we're doing. Sujoy, I'm going to try to pronounce, I'm going to try to say the year that we are in as this year and not next year. For those that, joined our Patreon live chat last night. Hi Amrita, hi Sujoy, glad to have you.
Hi. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Hello and Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
By the way, before we start the episode, Amrita, I received your card yesterday. Asim gave it to me and it almost made me cry.
Oh, I didn't have I didn't have an address for you, so I just sent it to Asim's house.
I mean, yeah, I didn't have an address either.
गली में फिरता है क्यों बन गया वो? So that's what happens when you're good friends with Amrita. You get a Christmas card, and it literally makes everybody happy. Like going retro, getting like a proper letter and things like that. It's very
Snail mail.
So, have you guys made any resolutions for this year?
No.
I have. I want to be more creative for the sake of being creative. Like I want to do something that is not a hustle.
Okay.
So I bought myself a watercolor paint set.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like doing watercolors now.
Nice. You and my daughter both can do like a, painting session when you're here.
Yeah, the only difference is actually has talent and I have none. That's the only difference.
भैया हम painting देखेंगे painting
दिखेंगे painting.
I don't have any resolutions, but I am making some sort of an action plan for the year. Like I'm definitely going to do more TikToks for sure. Yeah. And let's see how that goes.
You have a TikTok plan for 2023?
Yeah, okay. I have actually. That involves like ChatGPT and AI stuff, but we'll see.
Wow.
Yeah. Fancy. Yeah. No, I don't really have one. I just want to be like healthier, like just generally like take care of my health and stuff like that. I feel like getting older creeps up on you, and I just don't want to be like an Asian uncle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like just like belly out and like give me some pakode and shit like that,
There's nothing wrong with that. Just the idea of, when did you let yourself go? Don't let yourself go, Yeah. If you think that you are living your best life with your pakoras and your, theplas and jalebis, live that life, man. But
yeah,
don't
that's
let
what I'm
yourself
saying.
go.
I'm saying I don't want that,
exactly.
It's perfectly fine if somebody else wants that. It's not what I want, So that's my thing. Also, it's also just January, right? So we're full of motivation.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to be even more healthy than I usually am.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, isn't a resolution supposed to be something that you aren't? Because you're basically a gym rat already. And you're like, oh, I want to be more healthy. Like, how much more healthy can you get?
No, I want to lift like really big weights. Like I have like this idea in my mind that I want to like...
So say that.
I want to lift more than I've ever been able to lift at the age of 43 or whatever, right? And I lift heavy, but I want to be able to like move a car. That's
Asim banega Salman Khan, what do you call it? Chela. Like that's what he is going to be.
That's all I've been my whole life.
This is the most useless resolution I've ever heard of in my life.
Thank you. Good to have you back, Amrita.
Asim, just tears his calendar and it's the same thing over and over again. Gym plan after gym plan.
It's like that.
Every January, it's like being Salman. Like that's one resolution.
It's like the Shining all over again, like what is it, like it makes Jack unhappy, that thing, but it's me just like being Salman.
Being Salman.
Over and over again.
I can't believe Sujoy and I had like actual like हाँ हम ये करेंगे वो करेंगे and Asim's is like मैं यही करूँगा.
But the thing is, I might actually do it, guys. I don't know about your chat.
Of course you will. You only have to continue what you're doing. Obviously you will do it. Nonsense.
Love it. So yeah, if anybody wants like a chat GPT workout plan, drop us an email at Khandaan.
Wait, the email is not Khandaan Podcast though.
Is it not? No, it's you podcasting at
gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which, we wanted to plug two things first, right? One thing first,
Yes.
We're doing a new meetup. And I know all of the question is going to be, where is Amrita? Amrita is not going to be there. She's going to be there in our hopes and dreams. And like I think last time we did try to call you in, right? Didn't we?
So I was thinking, but that was a very like spontaneous thing, I think. Like you guys were just like, hey, are you around? Like we'll call you. And I was like, no, I'm not. So I think somebody on the live stream yesterday had like a pretty good idea. They were just like, we should do like a live stream or something after we have the meetup so that people who couldn't join the meetup could maybe talk and like, chat about it. And the movie is actually coming out on the 25th. And I hope to see it on the 25th or the 26th. So, like we'll all have watched it by the 28th, I think, after the meetup.
Yeah.
So, let's do like a little live stream, but it will be Patreon only, I'm afraid. So if you haven't joined our Patreon, then this is a really great time to join. Tiers start at $1, I believe. So we'll do like a Patreon only live stream after they have the meetup in London. The meetup is going to be where? At the O2?
Yes, at the O2. We were thinking of other venues, more central London or, like another cinema. But honestly, it's still the best and easiest way to get is to the O2. And they guarantee that they will have a screening. So we just don't know the exact time yet, but it's going to be like the afternoon screening. Usually it's like 1 o'clock or something like that. So we haven't fixed exactly the time. And afterwards, we're going to go out for drinks, have a chat, talk about movies. And if you are interested to join us, do let us know so we can kind of figure out, what kind of venue type we need otherwise, right? So drop us an email that you are coming to the meetup and drop us an email at youpodcasting@gmail.com. So that's 28th of January, London O2. And we're going to go see Pathaan and then have drinks afterwards. What you can do, if you don't want to go watch Pathaan, is just come to the drinks afterwards. So that's possible. And I remember last time a few people did that, which was really fun. But yeah, if you are going to go to Pathaan, we will be booking our tickets. You book your tickets and come find us, in the cinema. It's always fun.
And if you send us an RSVP at youpodcasting@gmail.com and let us know that you're coming, then I think Asim can probably tell you like what time they're thinking of and like where the venue will be afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
More live updates about the event will be definitely being dropped on our Khandaan Podcast Twitter and Instagram. So you can follow us on socials for those.
Yes. So there will be like, so if your plans are uncertain, then definitely follow us on our socials and we'll be like putting up updates. But also just like send us an email so that we can do a little head count and
exactly.
Figure out like where to go afterwards. Because if it's a large group of people, I mean, you want to go somewhere where you can be heard. I think like last time you guys went to some bar and it was like a little hard to hear people, right?
I just don't think we were expecting it, like, that there would be so noisy. But obviously that's because I never go to a bar, So I think that was probably my mistake.
I think if we have a theme on this podcast, it's that we never expect our successes of any kind. Like we launched the Patreon and we were like, oh, it's going to be our moms that subscribe and maybe like Asim's wife. And then like a whole bunch of you signed up and we were like, oh my God, there's like people paying to like be part of our Patreon. And then we held the meetup and we were like, oh, like nobody will come. It'll just be like 2 people. And then like a whole bunch of you showed up and were like, hey, why didn't you like advertise more? And we were like, oh, is that the thing? So,
No, see, it's just me and Asim doing this, right? So if we had you, Amrita, we'll be more organized, I think. It's just do londe kaun milne aayega. That's the thing.
nay. We're also planning to do like more of these meetups. So Asim, like somebody had like a really great idea, right? About the meetups.
So we got an email, and I'm reading this email, but I got at least 5-6 other messages. So I thought this email kind of covers it. This is from Tweetums, who's also a patron, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes.
Dear Sujoy, Asim and Amrita, it's me again. First things first, I'd love to have a Khandaan meetup and watch a movie in my own city as well. Obviously, you 3 can't make it. I'm based in San Diego/LA area, but I was thinking Khandaan listeners could do this with each other in their own city. Let me know what you think, and if so, how we could organize it. I think this is a great idea. I got emails from in I think Edmonton. I got one from in Canada. I got one from New York. I got a few others, probably like people in India that want to do this. And go ahead. I would say go do this. Meet up as Khandaan listeners. Tag us. We will promote it. If you are organizing something, we'll talk about it on the show that something's happening in this town or this area. You can call it a Khandaan meeting. We're not precious about branding, and and if you want us to call you guys, that I would be up for too if the time difference isn't too crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think this is a great idea. I love this.
No, I honestly do love it. And one of the things, the thing that brought the 3 of us together, I mean, we were pretty much strangers, but we hit it off instantly because we love the movies, that is the one thing that like really instantly brought us together. So we are all for people anywhere in the world coming together for the love of cinema, especially because there's so many idiots out there right now who are talking about cinema, who very clearly hate cinema. So if we can actually promote, people who love cinema coming together to discuss cinema, I mean, I'm all for it. So as Asim was saying, if it is something that you would like to do, then just tag us on Insta, tag us on Twitter, send us an email, however you want to do it. And then we'll just promote it on our socials. We'll just put up like a poster that tells people what date and everything. And, if you're cool with us just putting your name as the point of contact, then people can get in touch with you, and then you can decide what's convenient to you as to location and timing. And as Asim said, if you would like us to call in, then time permitting, and honestly, between Asim, Sujoy, and myself, we do have like a wide option when it comes to timing. So if you're doing this in Australia or if you're doing this in the United States, we could, potentially at least 1 or 2 of us could hop on a call, if not all 3 of us. So, let's make this happen.
Yeah, this sounds really, really fun. I wish I could go and do meetups in all of those cities. And it's also just cool to see that we have people that are listening to our podcast that we're just recording here, and, it goes everywhere around the world. So I think it's a great idea. So if you are missing our 28th January meetup, organize one in your town, and I 100% guarantee, even if like 4 people show up, you're gonna have a good time chatting with like-minded people that love cinema. And it's just cool. It's a cool way, and I think a lot of our audience has also been traveling. They've not grown up in the cities they are in now, so I think it's kind of a good way to make friends too.
Exactly.
I mean, the email is a bit longer, but I'll reply to Preetams privately, which is also good. But I like this part of the email that I just wanted to read up. What are we doing this episode? We are basically doing a preview of the 2023 movies that are coming out. We're going to run through the calendar on Wikipedia and see what's stands out for us, things that we are looking forward to. And the I think the Wikipedia list is it's not complete. There's a lot of movies that I know that are probably coming out and it's not there yet. And also, I think a lot of the dates are not 100% fixed. They might get shifted around a little bit, right?
And it's only Bollywood movies on that list.
Yeah. Which is fair. Like, I think, like, we can just talk about Bollywood movies right now, and then, like, there will be, that we are watching movies in other languages. We've been steadily moving towards that over the past couple of years. Same as everybody else, I think. So, that we will be talking about, like, other movies, right? Like, PS2 is coming out in April, and we are hoping to do like a bigger meetup in April. So, there's like a whole bunch of things that are definitely coming out. But right now, we're just going to be talking about the Bollywood things because that's what's in the Wikipedia list.
Yeah. And by the way, it was fun. I was over the break. I was listening to our preview episode last year that we did. So you listened to that one too, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, with Sal.
Yeah, and it's hilarious how much we got correct. like the things we were looking forward to, the issues we had with certain movies. So I think I'm going to replay this episode next year and see how we, how we landed and how correct we were. I will be asking you guys also what you think your favorite movie will be at the end of the year, just to kind of call it out and predict it. Let's see how that goes. So this is from Wikipedia, and the first movie is a movie actually we've already seen. Kuttey is the first one on the list. Sujoy, you and me went to watch it in theaters. Amrita, you didn't get a chance, right?
I have not had a chance as yet, but should I watch it?
Sujoy, what do you think?
I wouldn't recommend Amrita to go watch Kuttey at the cinema.
Yeah.
It is an okay Sunday matinee kind of a movie to me. It's a fun time at the cinema or fun time at home, but it doesn't necessarily warrant a cinema experience. It's not a really well-made movie. Like parts of it is well-made, but a lot of it comes across as, they called in favors for people to appear in this movie. And the visual effects of the shootout scenes is pretty terrible. That kind of took me away from the experience. There are so many stellar names attached to this project, and a lot of them are like really, really good, especially Tabu, Kumud Mishra, but like Konkana Sen and Nasiruddin Shah, they hardly appear in this movie. They hardly get to do anything. And not so surprisingly, Arjun Kapoor is really good. So I kind of enjoyed it while it lasted, but I really have forgotten it as soon as the movie finished.
I'm surprised that Sujoy didn't like it because I really enjoyed it. And the more I think about it, I've enjoyed it even more. So this is directed by Aasman Bharadwaj, who's the son of Vishal and Radhika Bharadwaj. So Nepo baby, totally. It's his first movie, and it stars Tabu, Arjun Kapoor, Nasiruddin Shah, Radhika Madan, Konkana Sharma, and Kumud Mishra. I think the trailer was already quite good. The story is like a van carrying crores of cash. One rainy night in the outskirts of Mumbai, unaware of each other, three stray gangs cross paths on the hunt. Unfortunately, all of them have the same plan. So, and it really has that kind of post-Pulp Fiction, Smoking Aces, even Delhi Belly kind of energy to it, where it's very like heightened in style. Like there's violence, there's sex, there's X-rated language, and Tabu is saying benchod left and right, that kind of thing. And it feels like one of those first-time directors that has a lot of energy and wants to kind of rebel against everything, that kind of thing, like being a bad boy filmmaker. But I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ride, knowing if it's not showing me anything I have not seen before, right? But I do appreciate everybody, the ensemble cast and the things that they're bringing. I really like Tabu in it. I think she looks amazing as a cop, like she always does. Arjun Kapoor is really in that Pinky Farrar kind of Sandeep and Pinky Farrar zone, which I'm really appreciating of him. And I also really like Radhika Madan. I was over the break, I rewatched Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota, and I was like, man, I wish she had more things to do because she's like really I really like her on screen. She has a really like bubbly personality, and just the way she uses language, I also think is very interesting. The movie does end with a weird. Suja, I was thinking about this. Does the movie end with a weird pro Modi kind of message at the end, though? Like when you think about it,
I don't know if it's a pro or against, but it's kind of. I think it's a nod to that historical event, and like a lot of people in the wake of so many years after that event. I don't know if I want to spoil it for people who haven't watched it, but there is a real life incident that infamously happened over the last couple of years in India, which happens in 2016, and that is the climax of the movie that turns things on its head of how things happen. You have guessed it by now.
Yes.
dude. Everybody's guessed it. I think.
But I'm saying it's not pro but like the line is everybody mimified that line saying Modi ji isme kya logic tha that's how it is shoehorned into that climax, I think.
I think it felt a bit like Deus ex Modina in a way. Like, justice came through because of Modi. That's what I was kind of thinking of. And this is a really weird one. Did you end up watching Darlings, Amrita?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So there's this story in Darlings about, like a Mendak has a scorpion on its back and then crosses the river. You know that fable, right? It's a very famous fable. And it was told as a theme through Darlings. They tell that story a few times. And the whole theme of Kuttey is around the same fable. And it's like, man, that must have been tough for Aasman Bharadwaj, where he's been trying to make this movie for ages. And this is kind of his grand theme. It's kind of the final joke. It's like everything is surrounded around this fable. And then in Darlings, they use the same fable 6 months before his movie comes out. And I was like, initially when they told the story the first time and they tell it in a completely different way, I was like, man, they should have just reshot it. But after finishing the movie, I was like, no, they couldn't have, because it's the whole theme of the movie. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of like one of those things in filmmaking that can happen where two filmmakers think of the exact same theme. And that's kind of a mess, for a first-time filmmaker.
So that's what, like, the goodwill for a first-time director and the intention and all of that is there. I can see it in the sincerity in how it is being made, but it's still very uneven, and it comes like it's very inconsistent. Like that particular scene where Tabu tells the fable as a joke, and it feels so much dragged out, right? It doesn't. The punchline does not hit. Like, ये तो भेंचोद मेरा character था, and everybody laughs, and I'm like not convinced why are they laughing. And then that is again used in the climax as the line for her to close. So that's why it did not really pack a punch for me in that, if I would have said. And you want a movie like this to pack a punch, you want it to open strong and close strong, and the closing wasn't that good for me.
Yeah, I liked it a bit more than you did, and I think if it comes out on streaming, Amrita, you should give it a chance. Don't necessarily go out for theaters. Although there's a Tabu movie out. Shouldn't people book tickets and go watch her? It's kind of like if you like her, go watch her.
One last thing that I would like to recognize Kuttey for is the use of music, which is by Vishal Bharadwaj, and I think there is a lot of influence by that, by his father's creative choices in this movie. Obviously, you can tell that in the way the scenes are shot and the transitions and the narration, but also like when the chase scene happens, a song drops in at the perfect moment, the Vart Lagli song.
So good, yeah.
We both laughed our asses off, me and Asim. It was like, what the hell, man? Amazing.
That's an amazing music cue for sure. Yeah. Okay. So that's the first movie. Next week we have Mission Majnu coming out on Netflix, I think. A movie that's already getting destroyed by Pakistani Twitter and social media. Have you guys watched the trailer for that one?
No, I haven't. What is it?
No.
Oh, it's about this Indian spy that infiltrates into Pakistan to stop some nuclear arms things, and it's based on reality. It's based on Indian government reality. So yeah, and you know how things go whenever they try to portray Pakistan. Everybody's wearing kajal in the kohl in the eyes, has a namazi topi, adabs flying left and right. Even the nuclear power plant looks like a masjid. It has a green dome on top of it. It's hilarious.
Like, take a shot every time anybody says Janab.
Yeah.
And it's Siddharth Malhotra and Rashmika Mandana. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it's directed by Shantanu Bagchi, who I'm not...
No, Shantanu.
Shantanu.
Shaitanu Bagchi.
Shantanu Bagchi.
Yeah, I mean, I think Siddharth Malhotra has been working for quite a long time, and none of his movies have really worked except the ones where he's, doubled down on anti-Pakistan or nationalism with Sher Shah and things like that. So I guess that's what he's going for. I'm probably not going to watch this. I don't know if you guys will be. Yeah. Next one in January we have Chhatri Wali, which I've not really heard.
I thought that movie already came out, or maybe that was the one that had what's her name? The Sonu ki Titi ki Tuti. What's her name?
Sonu ki Titi.
Nusrat
Barucha, yeah.
Barucha, yeah. Nusrat, I think she did like a version of this, I think.
Oh, okay. There's a version. Oh, no, this is with Kulpreet Singh. Oh, it's the same story, you mean?
Yeah, I think so. If it's upcoming, yeah.
So this is a romantic comedy. The film aims to promote the importance of male contraceptive and safe sex.
Yeah. So I think like Nusrat Barucha also was in a movie like that, I think, last year.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about Kulpreet Singh?
I have zero opinions about Kulpreet Singh to have. Yeah, I don't think I've seen enough movies with her. What have I seen of her?
Because she's legitimately very popular down south. Mm-hmm. But I don't know why she decided she needed to make it in Hindi films, and then like she really did decide that she wanted to give it a go in Hindi films. And honestly, I don't like. What is she doing? Like, she was in like A-list content down south, and here, like, I think she's co-starring with Sumit Vyas, who was like a very nice actor, but it's premiering on Z5,
Yeah, she was also with Akshay in a movie recently, right?
Yeah, like a flower pot role.
Yeah, Runway 34 she was in Attack she was in, Katputli she was in, Dr. G, thank God. So it's funny because I was watching a movie over the break, Govinda Mera Naam, and I was thinking of what's her name? What's the actress? Sorry, I'm like blanking on the name now.
Vani?
No. See the Kabir Singh one. What's her name?
Kiara.
Sorry, yeah. So yeah, I was watching a movie with Kiara Advani, and I was thinking like I still don't have an opinion about her as an actress, and then I was like, oh, maybe I've not seen enough of her work. And then I went to IMDb and I've seen a lot of her work. I have seen a lot of her work. Why do I not have an opinion of her? And I think it's the same problem I have with Kulpreet Singh or Nusrat Barucha or a few other of these new actors. I just don't think they have any personality that jumps out or that makes you say, oh, that's what they're good at. This is a role or this is a scene.
Like they all sort of feel like they come out of the same school of acting, which is manufacturing that sort of replaceable substitution, teachers kind of a role. Like they all can replace each other in any of these movies and we won't even notice.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But I think it's also like very plain acting. Like there's on TikTok, there's recently like a new dance that has gone viral, and I was looking at it. Why is this dance viral? Because I look at everything on TikTok like I'm watching the zoo, and like the girl that's doing the little dance, she has like amazing expressions while she dances. She has a beautiful smile, and she's just in her pajamas doing a dance, and it's super popular, whatever. But even those little things, these actresses, I feel, lack. There's nothing that hooks you in, where
Yeah.
somebody on TikTok can hook you in a 30-minute dance, right?
30-second dance.
30-second dance. And like, I've seen so many Kiara Advani movies, and I feel nothing about her, nothing. And yeah, it's just like a weird situation to be in. Like, it's a shame. And I even feel Sonakshi Sinha has something. Okay, she didn't deliver, she couldn't get the movie she wanted, but she has something. But I just don't feel it. And these women are getting like big projects at the moment, right? Like these are not small roles that they are doing, but they just never leave an impact, unfortunately.
Talking about impact,
Pathaan
is next.
Yeah, Pathaan is next. I mean, the trailer dropped also last week. So you were so excited for the trailer, right?
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. It changed my life. Any sort of hype after seeing that trailer is justified. Like, what a trailer. It's cut so well. The music, it gets me pumping, man. And it's so smartly done, because we know what we are getting from this movie, and the trailer says nothing other than what we know already. John Abraham is bad. Shahrukh is coming out of retirement. Well, Pathaan is coming out of retirement, and Deepika is kicking ass. That's all we need to know. There's like brilliant, beautiful locations, beautiful people dancing and kicking ass, and there's going to be a lot of Mission Impossible style action. I'm all in for this movie.
I'm a little worried that Red Chillies is not doing the VFX apparently, and apparently it's the in-house YRF VFX. And if we know anything about, Aditya Chopra, the great, it is that he will somehow find a way to ruin something that's a sure bet. So I am a little worried about that. But apart from that, yeah, sure, I'm on board.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I need to say where I am at. I'm very, very excited for this. I was thinking I'm not going to watch the trailer because the teaser got me so hyped, and I was already on board, and I didn't want anything from the movie to spoil. And Sujoy told me that the movie, it doesn't say anything about the plot of it, or show any of the big action sequences. So I was okay, although I would have maybe even preferred not seeing them fly off on those jets that they have. That seemed kind of Top Gun-ish. I would have liked seeing that in the theater. But yeah, it looks good. I thought Deepika's blonde wig is hilarious, like legit hilarious. Somebody called it Julian Assange wig, right? Like.
I thought it was a nod to Angelina Jolie in Salt, because she has that same. It's like a brunette wig, but like she has that same like wig in Salt. So I was like, oh, I see. Yeah. But also like Deepika's expression while she's wearing it is like very funny.
Yeah.
पैसे के लिए क्या क्या करना पड़ता है तुम क्या जानो रमेश बाबू.
I do wonder, right? But the cheapest thing in the whole thing is the Spy Universe logo that comes at the front. Like that looks so cheap.
Very word art.
Yeah. It almost reminded me of the start of Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya, when you have those 3D logos that they add at the start. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have a spin-off of Katrina Kaif from Tiger, Deepika from Pathaan, and then add in Rani from Mardani? Like make that a universe. Like that would be cool. Next one is Gandhi Godse Ek Yudh from
Rajkumar
Santoshi, which somebody sent me a trailer, one of the PR companies, and I didn't get a chance to look at it. But kind of cool that Rajkumar Santoshi is coming back. I'm a bit saddened to see that he didn't get like a big cast together or stuff like that. This almost reminds me a little bit of it's kind of a fictional conversation between Gandhi and his assassin, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
And it almost reminded me of when Subhash Ghai made Black and White. Remember that movie with Anil Kapoor?
Yeah. I did.
That's what kind of reminded me of it. Have you guys heard of this movie at all or not?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So next one in February we have. Should I read the 3 of February? Do it this way, or should we do one by
Yeah.
one?
Go
Yeah.
for it.
So we have Almost Pyar with DJ Mohabbat, starring Anurag Kashyap and Alia F. Alia F is, I like her. Like I've seen her like in a few things, and I've liked her in everything. We have Shehzada, Rohit Dhawan directing and starring Kartik Aaryan and Kriti Senan. And then we have Selfie with 2 E's, starring Akshay Kumar and Imran Hashmi. And I think this is a remake of a Malayalam movie.
Yes. The Malayalam movie is called Driver's License or Driving License.
Yes.
And Shehzada is also a remake of Alavaikuntapuramalo, which is
Right.
an Allu Arjun film that came out last year, I think.
Yeah, 2020.
Right. Have you seen Driving License?
I have not seen Driving License, but I know what it is.
Okay. So, what kind of stands out for you? Because the trailer for Shahzada also dropped. Did you see that, Amrita?
Yes.
What?
And in the words of somebody on Reddit, like, how did they spend more money and end up with something that looks even more cheap? Like, how is that? Is called talent. Basically, Kartik Aaryan is doing like a Allu Arjun mimic session. Yeah, like that's basically what it is. And he cannot do it. Like he just can't. Like you can't do that with Allu Arjun. Like I'm sorry. Like the man is like swag personified.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna try and do that, then you better deliver. And Kartik Aaryan bless his heart. Like he tries. There was an attempt. You know.
An attempt was made.
Yes, an attempt was made.
But yeah, you are right. When you watch Alavaikuntapuramulu, cheap is not the word that you would associate with that movie. Every single frame, even in the small set indoors or the outdoor locations, everything about that movie is top class production quality. Again, you pair it with all the songs and Allu Arjun swagging throughout the movie. It's such a great masala movie, and I think this movie has really big, shoes to fill. And judging by the trailer, as I said to Asim, like this movie, if it was going to be remade, Varun Dhawan would have been the perfect choice for it.
Yeah.
And I don't see that with
even the jokes are written in like Varun Dhawan's cadence. Like I don't know if you've noticed, but like the jokes that Kartik Aaryan says, it's like Varun Dhawan's cadence. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
This could have been.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I think at the moment, Kartik Aaryan is a bigger opener than Varun is. Like, I think
Obviously,
we're looking at it.
yeah.
Like, this is just a money spinner. I don't think Rohit Dhawan as a director has done really, gangbusters. Like, none of his movies have been really big hits, unless that, what was that stripper movie he did with Akshay and John Abraham back?
Desi Boys.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah.
So that's how long it's been that he's delivered like a out and out hit, So I think he's just betting on somebody that could open a movie, and I think Kartik Aaryan can do it. And I think like we just don't see the swag, but his fans must love this stuff, Like he's not done like an action kind of movie yet, as much as I remember. I don't think so. So this might be kind of this massy movie that he's looking for. I just think the original one was a very, very big hit. I think a lot of people have watched it, So this is maybe going to be for his fans. I don't know. I don't think I'll be going to watch it. Although I really like Kriti Senan. Also, I don't know. Is it like the original had Tabbo and now we have Manisha Koirala? Like I don't know if that's a smart move. They could have. No. I don't know. I don't feel Manisha is one that can really has a goodwill of the box office still.
Yeah, and also they replaced the Jairam character with Sachin Khedekar as the dad. And Sachin Khedekar is a great actor, but Jairam brings a different sensibility to that role, that only a leading man can.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't think that's like a wise substitution either.
Yeah.
But Asim, you said something on the live stream yesterday, and that was you really like Paresh Rawal getting slapped in the trailer.
Yeah, that I enjoyed. That I might go and buy a ticket just for that. I just see him get slapped on screen.
But yeah, I'm definitely watching Shehzada at the cinema.
Oh, you are?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh wow. Okay.
I feel like Selfie might be a dark horse. Because I know the story of the original film, and I feel like Akshay and Imran could sell that very well.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to read the plot, but it's very long, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, yeah, here. The story follows film actor who wants a driving license urgently, and his ardent fan agrees on delivering it illegally, but their rendezvous does not go well. On the contrary, a feud develops between them that takes a toll on each other's personal and professional lives. That sounds actually pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in India when Shahzada releases, so there won't be anything for me to do other than going to the cinema. So
They did release like a first image of or a poster, and it's the most Instagram filtered poster I have seen. Like they don't even look like themselves. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what they did to Imran Hashmi's face, but it's not looking good.
Then we
moving
come
on
to
to
March.
March.
Yeah.
So March, I have 3 here. I have Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway, which is starring Rani Mukherjee. I've literally never heard of this. Tu Jhuti Main Makar, which also had like a teaser drop. This is Love Ranjan's next film with Shraddha Kapoor and Ranbir Kapoor. And then Bhola, which is also, I think, a remake. It's
Of Kathy.
directed... Sorry?
Remake
Okay.
of Kathy.
Oh, okay. So it's directed by Ajay Devgan. He's doing it himself, and it stars Ajay and Tabu.
When will our national nightmare stop?
Yeah. So what is this? So Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway is in a okay.
It's produced by
okay.
Nikhil Advani.
It's a true story of an Indian couple whose children were taken away from them by Norwegian welfare in 2011. Okay. Seems like a sad movie then. Okay, weird. I mean, and then yeah, I kind of enjoyed the teaser for Tu Jhuti Main Makar. I was kind of hyped for that. I don't know. Did you guys see it?
I have seen it and I've completely forgotten about it.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Really?
I'll wait. That's the kind of movie that I will wait until the first weekend and see what other people have to say and then decide whether I want to watch it or not.
But it's a Ranbir movie, so
Yes.
I know,
I'll definitely
but then, I mean, like, I thought that way about Shamshera, and then Asim talked me out of it. And it's just like, it's the worst. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Because
And then I saw Brahmastra, and you guys know, like, I wasn't as blown away by it as you guys were. So I'm like feeling like he's not really batting 100 the way that he used to for me. So I'm just gonna like wait and see. And also, like, Shraddha is like my least favorite of her generation of actors. Like, I don't really get it. So
I have to say, I've warmed up to her because I've not seen her too much. Like I've not seen her for like 3-4 years, and I'm like, I can take that chirpy hamster again for like 2 hours. Like I'll be okay. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it looked like fun, and I don't know what it's a remake or it's an original. I'm not sure 100% what it is.
I mean, it really depends on like what's happening in my life at that time. Like if I have nothing going on, then I probably will go and watch it because why not?
Music by Pritam.
Yeah, sure. All right.
That's good things. Yeah.
But it's also directed by Love Ranjan, who hasn't made a good movie yet. So I'm just like, I don't
He's
know.
made hits though.
Yeah,
he made
which is not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. But and what is this Bhola? You said it's a remake of something which I've not seen or heard of.
Kaiti by Lokesh Kanakraj.
Okay, what is Katie?
It's
It is,
in
it
the
was like,
same universe as Vikram.
yeah.
Okay.
Vikram is basically the sequel of sorts to Kuttey.
Okay.
And it was like a huge hit in Tamil when it came out. And there's been like other remakes in other languages as well, I think.
Okay. And did you guys enjoy it, Katie? Or
I really enjoyed Kaiti.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the Ajay Devgan personality will take over.
Yeah.
but you really like Drishyam too.
Yeah, I did actually. So
yeah.
But he didn't direct Drishyam 2.
He's
Exactly.
not a bad director. He's not a bad director. Like,
I don't know, but excuse me, Raju Chacha called and wants Shivai back. You know?
Asim is like 2 minutes away from like launching a, Raju Chacha ki Izzat Bachao.
Kickstarter.
yeah.
Wait, I can't. What other movies did he direct? What was that
He did
ship
Tanha
movie?
Ji, na? He did Tanha Ji also, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't that
massive
him?
hit.
Oh, no, it was the other guy that directed it. Never mind.
Okay. Om Raut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the You, Me or Hum?
And that was a good movie. Like from a directing point of view, I thought that was pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah, I like
okay.
that. I cried. I remember crying at the end of it.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I was an emotional mess then, even, right? Yeah, no, I like that one. And even Shivai, I have to say, like, there's a few, like that truck action scene with the chase. That's pretty well directed, I have to say. Anyway, so yeah, I've not watched Kuttey, so I might actually be interested because also Tabu is in there, so I might go watch this. And clearly, I'm more positive about Ajay Devgan's directing than you guys are. So April, it's happening, people. Big month. Finally.
Yeah, April is huge. There are like so many different things that are happening. First up is Bawal, which is directed by Nitesh Tiwari, and it has Varun Dhawan and Janvi Kapoor, and I'm going to watch it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What casting. Amazing. Best ever. And then, Nitish Tiwari. Plus, it's, studio backing it is Nadia Dwala, so they're going to spend some money on it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good too. Janvi, man, she's like firing on all cylinders. I think like Alia is taking away the shine a little bit from her, but she's done really good work in the last few releases she's had. Like Millie and Good Luck Jerry, both of them were really good.
Also, I really like her. I don't know,
Yes.
like she doesn't have an annoying personality and like a lot of other people. And I don't really understand the amount of hate that she gets on social media. If you're going to be annoyed by the fact that she's a super nepo kid, like I would like to introduce you to like 90% of Bollywood. Excuse me.
And hello, she's Sri Devi's daughter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like not just any nepo kid,
Exactly. But yeah, like everybody is like, oh my gosh, she's so plastic. She's had so many surgeries done, etc. And I'm just like, yes, that is what happens if you're a Bollywood heroine. Like, do we not remember that her mom had a completely different nose for like 30 years before like she suddenly had a different nose? Yeah, like this is all like really stupid stuff. I'm there for Bawal.
Yeah. I honestly don't care about anybody's plastic surgery. Like, do what makes you happy, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I didn't know that Kabhi Sautan Kabhi Saheli was coming out in April.
Amrita refuses to say the name correctly, right?
I think Salman's hair extensions don't help. It's that. Like, Amrita's hair just goes to Sautans and Sahelis when she sees those hair extensions.
The left side is the Sautan and the right side extension are the Sahelis. So the movie she's talking about is Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan.
Yeah.
And it's directed by our favorite Farhad Samji.
Oh my God. And it's Salman Khan, Pooja Hegde, Venkatesh, and Jagapati Babu. What?
And it's a remake of Veeram, a movie that you recommended to me a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. No?
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
That you recommended it to me? Or?
No,
Yeah.
that the fact was like, whatever I liked. Because it's Farhad Samji. Like, and also this movie has like bad juju written all over it. Like,
Oh my God.
like so much bad juju.
The moment that trailer dropped, we knew what kind of a movie this was going to be. Like, just the aesthetic, the slow motion, the terrible extensions. It's just, you can tell the quality of this movie just from the teaser. And it's like, oh, Race 3 vibes.
Guys, my feelings are getting hurt now. I'm excited. Like, I haven't seen Salman in ages, like on screen. I'm just excited.
Don't get me wrong, Asim. I will accompany you to the cinema for this.
Yeah. No, I don't have high hopes for whatever you're saying. Also, it's produced by Salman Khan Films and Nadia Dwala. This is a terrible mix of things. This is like a family movie. And
this is going to be, again, like a money laundering operation, I think.
Yes.
I only hope I have is that they find a decent music director and get us some good songs in there. But I'm also seeing Yo-Yo Honey sing in a cameo in a song, so this really does not bode well, unfortunately. So yeah, I hope this is not a washout. This is just like half decent. I was actually watching Reddy the other day, and I was like enjoying it, which is hilarious, which is because I hated that movie when it came out. And I was like, man, I really haven't seen Salman in ages. Like, any of his nonsense is working for me. But the one I'm most excited about this month is Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani.
Hands down.
Oh my God. Yes. Dharma, save us from this.
Not even Dharma, Karan Johar is directing. That is what's got me excited. Everything else, I would go. Like, if just that name alone, I'll watch anything. I'm just excited for this kind of cinema. And it's starring Dharmendra, Jaya Bachchan back on screen after ages, Shabana Azmi, Ranveer Singh, Alia Bhatt. I don't think we know
Sold.
anything. Yeah. I don't think we know anything about the plot, right?
I don't need to see the teaser. I don't need to know what the plot is. I know I'm going to go watch it. Like, even if it's terrible, I'm still going to have a better time watching that than like all the other stuff that's coming out,
Yeah.
100% going to watch it. Yeah.
Music by Pritam.
Oh, amazing.
Going to be a banger.
Yep.
A movie of Ranveer that I'm looking forward to, which also hasn't happened in a while. Like, I'm excited for this one. Really, really very excited.
I really, really hope Ranveer has the sense to just shut up until then. And like, instead of just being on the cover of every magazine from now till April, reminding us just how hyper he is. So please, Ranveer, if you're listening to this podcast, shut up and go away.
One problem though, it's coming out literally the same day as PS2.
Ooh.
I mean, why? Like, I can see two. Like, it's not like I can only watch one. I can watch two.
But which would we go first, though?
Oh, we have to go watch like Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani.
Yeah, right. I would go watch Rocky and Rani first too, straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. May is we have Maidan. This is starring Ajay Devgan with his brown balls. I think I made this joke on last year's podcast. This was supposed to come out ages ago. I don't know why they delayed it to so long. Yariyan 2, which is a movie, and
which is a movie.
Okay, I'll tell you what the story behind Yariya 2 is, because
how do you know?
Because I know the directors, not personally, but I know the names of the directors. They are Radhika Rao and Vinay Sapru. They also made Lucky.
Yes, of course.
No Time for Love.
The classic that is Lucky.
And it stars Divya Khosla Kumar. So it's a T-series film production.
Yeah.
It's a typical like Bhushan Kumar trying to save his marriage vanity project.
Why would he save his marriage, man? I think his marriage is okay, Like everybody's got a side piece, they've got tons of money. Those marriages don't need to be saved, man. They're good.
I'm just taking, the piss out of Bhushan Kumar's extreme wealth that I am very, very jealous of.
Mizan Jafriya is in this too.
Yeah.
That could
And
be
also Priya Prakash Varia. That girl, that I don't know if you remember, like that she was in that Malayalam song, and there's this whole national thing that she like winked at the camera in the song.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah. That's that girl.
Is this her first movie since the winking?
No. I think this is the first Hindi movie. Yeah, she's been winking away in like.
She's been winking away since. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a viral wink.
Yeah.
And then there's one that how do I pronounce? So Swatantra Veer Savarkar.
Oh my God. I am absolutely shocked at how well you did that. Swatantra Veer Savarkar. That's what it is. It's Randeep Hooda.
Directing.
Oh, Randeep Hooda directed it also.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is this a historical figure or?
He's the guy who was the
Father of RSS, right?
Yes. Basically, he was the spiritual leader, I suppose, of Godse, who assassinated Gandhi.
Oh.
So, like, yeah.
Okay. Did you end up finishing Cat, by the way, Amrita?
Oh, I didn't
you were
even
watching,
start.
you were watching the other one, Khaki.
Yeah, Khaki is what I was watching.
Did you finish that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, good. Okay. So June we have Jawan, Shahrukh's movie with Atlee.
I did not know that was coming out in like all three of Shah Rukh's movies are coming out this year. Like that is not something that I knew.
Yeah. He's going the Akshay Kumar route, I think, in 2023. Like, just release it all. Then we have Adipurush, the movie we've made fun of enough.
Yeah.
Dream Girl 2, Ayushman's sequel. He's with Ananya Pandey. Satya Prem Ki Katha, which is again Kartik Aaryan and Kiara Advani. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'll watch Jawan.
Yes.
I might actually watch Adipurush as well because it looks like a hot mess. And I just want to see, like, what have they done to, like, somehow, save their asses? Like, I want to see, like, what did they do? Because I don't think that movie is salvageable. Like, how did they? Anyway, I want to see what extreme mess it is.
Okay.
I mean, I've still not watched Kocha Dayan, so I don't think Adipurush is going to convince me. I don't know if anybody else will able to convince me to watch Adipurush. I think the pick for me for June would be Jawan for sure. Like,
Obviously,
duh.
like,
It gives me a lot of Punisher vibes. The whole trailer, and I absolutely love evil Shahrukh kicking ass.
Have you guys ever seen an Atlee movie? I've never seen one, I think.
yes, we have. I think
I have.
I've seen Marsal and Bijil, and both of them were.
Yeah, Bigil, Teri.
Yeah, I've seen Terry as well.
Yeah, seen all of these.
Yeah, these are all Vijay movies which were terrible.
That's worrying, though, right?
Yeah,
But
these are very successful movies as well.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, let's let Shahrukh do what he wants. That's my motto for 2023, right? Like, let him do what he wants. Then we have in July. Here the whole calendar becomes very short because we're not sure about what's coming out, what's not. I'm going to read everything from July to September. Maybe that's a good way.
Yeah.
So we have Yodha, which is again a Siddharth Malhotra, Disha Patani movie where he's it's produced by Dharma. It seems to be kind of in that Sher Shah mode, right?
Yeah.
We have Animal, the Ranbir Kapoor movie with Sandeep Reddy Vanga, who did Kabir Singh. And Anil Kapoor is in this too.
And Bobby Deol.
Yeah, wow, what a cast. Gadar 2, the Katha continues. Oh my god. The sequel to Gadar is directed by Anil Sharma, Sunny Deol, Amisha Patel. We have Tariq, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Tariq. And then Happy Teacher's Day, Nimrat Kaur, Radhika Madan. I mean, yeah.
Who was asking for Gadar 2? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, who asked for it?
Sunny Deol asked for it.
Sunny Deol asked. And Anil Sharma and Amisha Patel, they all asked for it.
Yeah, the hand pump asked for it.
Yeah.
My God. Yeah, I mean...
it does kind of make sense in a way. Like, I think we're back into that time where movies like anti-Pakistan and stuff like that can work, so... Why not? Why not give it a shot? Right? Like the ground is fertile. Let's play. That kind of thing.
But Gadar, I don't know. I feel like Gadar, although you can say that like all the villains were like Pakistanis and everything, but it was also a love story about like this Sikh dude who was like in love with a Pakistani girl, or like she wasn't really Pakistani, was she? She was like she was Indian, but like her family had migrated to Pakistan.
Yeah.
But I don't think like that kind. Well, at least it was like an interreligious marriage or whatever. But I don't think like India, like I feel like the propaganda has moved and become like way more.
Yeah.
The window has moved quite a bit to the right since then. So I don't think like this is going to be the big, slam shot that they think it is. Like I don't think it's going to really work unless they do something like really out there, which I don't think Sunny has like the balls to do it, to be honest. Like he thinking of himself as a good guy is like very central to it, right? So I don't think he has it in him to do like Kashmir Files.
He's a BJP politician, though, right? Straight up.
He is, but like he's like one of those guys that's just like, like he stood there in parliament, like he stood for parliament, he won, but he's never actually like found in his constituency. It's his that was actually a huge deal, I think, like a couple of years ago, where the people in his constituents were like, where is Sunny Deol? And his secretary was like running the entire constituency and stuff like that.
And you can't even say he's working on his flourishing movie career.
What do you guys think about Anil Sharma as a director? Because Asim, he's directed one of your favorite movies, Apne.
And Veer, yeah. I thought he was going to go with Veer, but yeah.
Sure, Veer.
I think he makes movie from another era, basically.
Yeah, exactly. The word. Because, like, if you watch his movies, he's still in the Farishte and Elane Chang and Telka era of filmmaking. And I don't know, man. Gadar 2 will be a mess, I think.
Yeah. How old is he? Like, he must be like I honestly, like, I'm very sorry to Mr. Sharma, but like, I honestly didn't know that he was alive. So I was just like, oh my God, like he's making a movie? Like, how old is this dude?
He's not that old, Amrita. He's like 62.
So he was born in 1960.
Yeah. So he's not that old, actually. Yeah.
So he was making those. So he was making those 80s movies when he was like 25?
Yeah. Like he made Farishte as when he was 31.
What?
Yeah. Not bad, huh?
Wow. I thought he was way older.
Produced. He did direction, writing, and production, all of them. Tahelka, Ma. Like, these were big movies back in the day. I remember. Even Ma, I remember that one. That's like one of those nonsense movies with one of the last one with Jaya
Prada.
Yeah. But I remember it. I remember that movie. Yeah. So I think he's just stuck in an old time, and I think, there's probably still takers for that kind of cinema, but
maybe
I just don't think you can scale it up. You needed to scale it up back in the time, and I don't think you can have those budgets anymore.
But the big question for August or that period is, how misogynistic is Animal going to be?
Oh, a whole lot. But of the two, like, Ranbir Kapoor movies that we've discussed so far, I think Animal is going to be the more interesting one.
Yes, I think so too. I think it, like, the first look of it released also.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he can get away with the same kind of things that he did with Shahid Kapoor helming it, when you have Ranbir Kapoor, Bobby, and Anil, on the, like, I think these guys would not, they would have more of a view of what the movie is trying to say, and I think maybe they would tone out really toxic things in it. I don't know. This is maybe my bias towards him, where Shahid.
This has Tripti Dimri and Rashmika Mandana as well.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
I think the reason why I'm excited is because from the poster, I think that this could be a movie where Ranbir turns in a proper performance, and I hope he's trying to do something different. And I know, like, Sandeep Reddy Vanga's whole gig is that, he's trying to do something violent because he thinks, like, there's that genre of director, right? That is like, oh, like, if I do something violent, then I've created art, basically. He's very much part of that fraternity, I feel. But I think Ranbir could actually pull that off. Sort of like his version of Agnipath, that.
I think Sandeep Reddy Vanga he's kind of trying to be today's RGV. I think that's what he's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how successful he will be.
No, he doesn't have, because RGV, whatever you say about him and however his career has turned out, his was an original voice. Reddy's is like, I don't find it particularly original, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just garden variety misogyny and violence. Like, I don't know. But anyway, I have high hopes.
Salar is also coming out in September.
Yeah.
This is directed by Prashant
Oh,
Neel, who did
I
KGF, and
I don't know.
Prabhas is in it. Prithviraj, Shruti.
I don't know. Like, I want to think good things about Salar, but honestly, like, something's happened to Prabhas. Yeah, like I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Right? It's
What
like
happened?
he gave like 150% to Bahubali, and as soon as that was over, he was just like, like he just went like, no thanks.
Yeah. Even
Yeah,
the
I don't
poster
know.
looks very KGF, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, could be interesting. Could be interesting. I mean, it's looking more interesting than anything else that's coming out in September or has been announced. So, yeah. This Tariq thing could be interesting. It's John Abraham's, he's producing himself, which kind of he's not a bad producer, to be honest, no?
I feel like he just does like somebody told him, I think it was Akshay Kumar, which, never take advice from Akshay Kumar, but somebody told him at some point that when he first did his body and he started like full on pumping iron and stuff, he started living Asim's dreams for 2023. When that happened, I think somebody told him that, oh, like now you're a big action star. And he had like a couple of successes, I think, in the action genre. And I think it was Dhoom, after Dhoom or something. And they were just like, oh, like, you can make all these action movies and cash in right now. And he's been chasing that dream for a while now to diminishing returns year after year. And I don't know, like, I don't know if this sounds like it's going to be any different,
Yeah. Yeah. Moving on to the last quarter is there's nothing announced in October at all at the moment, so October is still open. We have Tiger 3, 100%. This is Sajid Khan directing. Sajid Khan gets to direct again? That's crazy to me.
Disgusting.
John Abraham, Ritesh Deshmukh, Nora Fatehi, Shehnaz Gill.
And it's produced by T-Series Films and Guilty by Association Media. Screw this guy, man. Just screw this guy.
Then we have in December Sam Bahadur, the new movie by Meghna Gulzar, starring Vicky Kaushal, Sanya Malhotra. This is fire. This is going to be fire, honestly.
Yep. Yeah,
Vicky Kaushal, Sanya Malhotra, Fatima Sana Sheikh, directed by Meghna Gulzar. This is going to be, I'm calling it, this is going to be amazing. Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, starring Akshay Kumar, Tiger Shroff, Prithviraj. But Sujoy, you kind of alerted me that it's actually directed by Ali Abbas Zafar, which was wait a minute, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Suddenly it's got my interest. And then Dunki, which is directed by Rajkumar Hirani, and Shahrukh back for a third time with Tapsi Pannu this time.
Like, I'm calling it right now, Dunki is not going to come out in December 22. I don't really think so.
Would make sense now, like even for Shahrukh, not to like, it's going to be otherwise, like so many movies of Shahrukh, we're tired of him, just be smart and push even Jawan a bit like further in the summer and then put this one next year, no?
Jawan, make it a Diwali release, and Dunki for January next year.
Yeah. I think that would make more sense than putting like all three films in 1 year.
So where were we on this list? We were talking
Tiger
a bit about Tiger 3, right? I mean, I think we're all excited. I think also casting Imran Hashmi is a good casting, I think.
Yeah.
Against Salman. I think that's pretty cool. I wonder if Manish Sharma will be able to handle Salman. That is one worry that I do have. But yeah.
But the Tiger franchise has always been like one different director for each, right? Kabir Khan made the first one, then Ali Abbas Zafar made the second one, which, in my opinion, I really like the second one.
Yeah. I mean, those are really good directors where I'm not 100% sure Manish Sharma falls in that same category.
As far as like action genre is concerned.
Yeah. I mean, his last one was Jayesh Bhai Jordar, Sui Dhaga, Hichki, Meri Pyari Bindu, Dam Laga Ke Haisha, Shuddh Desi Romance. These are the movies he makes. And now he's making Tiger 3. So I don't see,
He also made Fan, though.
Actually, the ones that I just noticed he didn't direct. Actually, I'm totally wrong. He's not directed. Actually, that's even worrying. Last movie he directed was Fan, and he's directed Should They See Romance, Band Baja Barat, and Ladies versus Ricky Bell. So he's not really directed that much, and now they're giving him this huge, massive franchise that is supposed to save Yash Raj and be the Iron Man to their spy universe. So that's why I'm saying I'm kind of worried about that part. Ali Abbas Zafar got pissed off at Yash Raj, right? Like something happened there, no? Has to have, no? Was it?
Yeah, possibly, because he started sort of deviating, right, to other production houses.
Yeah, even Bharat was not Yash Raj production, and neither is this. And his Prime show was not by Yash Raj either. So, yeah, I don't know what he's up to. But it's a weird franchise to take on Bade Miyan, Chote Miyan for him, I feel. Is it a franchise? They just made one movie, which was a rip-off of another movie. So,
Yeah.
there were a few other movies that are. The calendars are not really 100% accurate, and we just got to name them and see. On Patreon, our one of our followers, Abdullah, who's always very smart and has insightful things, he mentioned a few here. He said Sri Ram Raghavan's Merry Christmas. I think VB means Vishal Bharadwaj. His Khufia.
Yes.
Sujoy Ghosh's Devotion of Suspect X. That's based on a book, right?
I'm really excited for that. It stars Karina, right? That's the one.
Yeah.
But I am really looking forward to that. I love a good murder mystery.
That's a murder mystery?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Pushpa 2 will be coming out too, which... Did you ever watch Pushpa 1, Amrita?
Yes, I
You
did.
did? Okay.
I told you guys to watch it. Don't
Right.
me.
It was the other way around. Okay. And Netflix mentioned Tera Kya Hoga Lovely, aka Unfair and Lovely, starring Ileana D'Cruz and Randeep Hooda. It's not on the list, so I've not heard of this movie yet. But Randeep Hooda is always kind of interesting. You can kind of
Yeah, and then this Chakra Express with Anushka Sharma playing, I think, Mithali Raj, right?
I'm so mad at this. I'm so annoyed at this.
Why?
I haven't seen Anushka Sharma on screen in ages. And now I have to watch a sports biopic, which is like the two of the genres that I hate the most. I don't like cricket. I don't want to, I want to see her in, like, she was in Kala for those 30 seconds, like playing an old school actress, like glam. That's what I want to see. But now she's doing what her husband is doing. I don't know. Bad influence. She should never marry that guy. Are you guys excited? I don't know who this person is that she's actually portraying in that movie.
Yeah, she was the captain of the Indian women's cricket team.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a Netflix release, though, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I mean, yeah, I don't know what it is, but maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. I'm not like a huge sports biopic person either.
Yeah.
Then they're saying Ashiki 3 starring Karthik Aaryan is coming out this year, but I don't think that's true.
How many?
And it's directed by Anurag Basu. Yeah. Apparently, this list is bonkers.
Yeah,
this is what happens when Jagga Jasoos flops badly. You have to do Ashiki 3, you have to pay the bills.
Yeah.
This might be the most interesting Ashiki out of all of them because Anurag Basu is directing, who knows?
Also, Rajkumar Rao and Janhvi Kapoor are in this movie called Mr. and Mrs. Mahi. I don't know when it's going to come out, but I think I'll watch it when it does come out.
Yeah.
That would be,
right?
Yeah. Also, Lapata Ladies is coming out sooner than later. This is directed by Kiran Rao. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for it, but it looked really interesting.
I've never heard of this even. No. Okay,
what's the vibe? It's about like this guy that gets married to this woman, and he's bringing her back home on the train when she goes missing. But then he doesn't know what she looks like because she's been wearing a boom cut.
Right.
And then it's just him trying to find his wife.
There was back in the 90s, there was a DD Metro series called Ghungat Ke Patkhol. It kind of reminds me of that particular plot when the switcheroo of the wives happened because both of their ghungats were on.
Oh. And then let's see.
Entertainment Part 2. They're making a second one of that one with Sajid Farhad.
Apparently, Sara Ali Khan is coming in a movie called Gaslight, but I don't know anything about this.
Okay.
And then there is The Archies, which is, of course, the Netflix film directed by Zoya Akhtar. Is it a film or is it a series?
It's a movie.
Okay. And it's, of course, starring all our favorite Nepo babies. It's Suhana Khan, Agastya Nanda, Khushi Kapoor, plus like a bunch of other people. So, yeah.
I wish they dropped like a trailer or something. That thing has been shot, right? Like I want to see something of it, like we only had that initial teaser and it's not that far anymore. I want to see something about this. Like I'm very, very, very excited. This is one of my favorite. This is the one I'm looking most forward to, I think.
Mm-hmm.
When is Sanjay Kapoor's daughter getting launched? What's her name? Shania?
Later in the year, I think. I think it's called Be Dhadak, but I don't know. Has that movie been shelved? Because I haven't heard anything about them shooting it even.
No, I don't know.
Be Dhadak. It's really, because Janhvi made her debut with Dhadak, right?
Oh, right.
And then, there's the Project K, which is that movie with Prabhas and Deepika Padukone. So that, I'll watch it for Deepika.
That is a thing.
that is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate this list is, to be honest. Like,
this list has Bajrangi Bhaijaan too.
Yes, exactly.
With Kabir Khan directing.
This is not happening at all.
This is not happening.
Yeah. So, and I know that there's a few other movies that are coming out. Like, I think that one with Taboo is coming out with Kareena and Kriti Sanon, right? I don't know what I think it's called The Crew or something like that. And I don't know if that movie with Priyanka Katrina is coming out. Isn't Priyanka in India shooting something? Maybe she's shooting for that. But I just don't see Farhan Akhtar dropping a movie that he's directed this year. But maybe in October, because it's still open. Who knows? Still have time. So let's call it, like, which do you think, after having read all of these names, which is at the end of the year, which do you think is going to be your most favorite movie, and which is going to be the biggest hit? Let's do that. Let's just call. What do you think is going to be the biggest hit, and what do you think is going to be your favorite movie at the end of the year?
I feel like this is a very good way to jinx something.
It's just fun. I think it's just fun. What do you think? Let's.
I think the biggest hit would be Tiger 3.
Yeah.
And my favorite of the lot this year would probably be like either Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani, or I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good choice, though, Rocky or Rani Ki Prem.
Yeah.
What about you, Amrita? You want to call something? Is it going to be Bhola? Is it going to be Shahzada? What do you think?
I feel like Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani, or Sam Bahadur, like either one of those. Like it depends on well, actually it's Meghna Gulzar, so maybe not. Because like there are sometimes that Meghna Gulzar does things where I'm just like, do I really like you that much? I think if that Devotion of Suspect X movie comes out with Kareena, I think that might be one of my favorite things to come out.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. Rocky or Rani is like a solid choice. And I think, like both Pathan and Tiger 3, I think are going to do like really good business.
Yeah. I think Rocky or Rani or the Archies will probably end up being two of my favorite ones at the end of the year. I don't know. I think I feel there might be one of the Ranbir Kapoor movies in there too, like either Animal or Tu Jhuti Main Makar. They might end up in my top 5, and obviously, my Khan list is beyond anything else. So I think Pathan. I worry about Jawan though. I don't know. Just because I don't have an idea of Atlee as a director, and this is produced by Red Chillies, and that can be worrying with Red Chillies. Sometimes their ambition is better, bigger than their talent, and I think that might be a problem in this one, unfortunately.
It's weird. None of us are worried about Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any expectations.
We don't have any expectations, right? I think we do have with Tiger. I think Tiger is probably the one that was going to bring in more money and going to be the bigger hit. And it's also an established thing. It has Katrina also, right? That's a big thing. Like we cannot downplay that. I know when the teaser drops, we're just going to go crazy about that one. I can feel it. So yeah. So what did you call the biggest hit, Sujoy? What do you think? Tiger?
Yeah.
And what is the one that you're going to like the most?
I think Rocky or Rani.
Yeah. Amrita?
Tiger / Pathan is going to be the biggest hit.
Right. And your favorite?
My favorite is either going to be Rocky or Rani, or it is going to be The Devotion of Suspect X.
Right. Okay. So I'm also going with Tiger thing is going to be the biggest hit. And my favorite is either going to be Rocky or Rani or The Archies, one of those two. I hope those young kids can act, man. I'm just betting my money on it. But I'm betting it because of Zoya more than anything, I hope that one works out.
Obviously, this list does not contain any of the 1,000 Netflix and Amazon Prime releases that will be dropping throughout the year without, any sort of 2 weeks notice.
Yeah. And there's tons of other movies that are going to come out. Probably 64 other Akshay Kumar movies that we have not even heard about, and he's shooting them all simultaneously. But there's probably a lot, but this is what we have at the moment, So I think this is a good place to end the episode now. Amrita, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at AmritaIQ.
Sujoy?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at 9e3k. And you can follow Khandaan Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Khandaan Podcast.
Great. And sign up to Patreon from $1. And there's tons of things that we're going to be doing this year. I think Patreon will really be launching this year. We have lots of ideas. We discussed them on the live chat a little bit, but we're going to be doing more live chats. So sign up from $1, then you can come join us, chat with us directly. It's really fun. If you want to meet up us in person, we're all going to go watch Pathan on the 28th of January in London, O2. Book your tickets and then come meet us for some drinks afterwards. And if you are coming, drop us an email at youpodcasting@gmail.com, so we have a head count, or we kind of know, this is that guy. We've already discussed that you are coming, and we've already gotten a few mails from people, so I really appreciate that. Thank you for listening. I'm wishing everybody an amazing 2023, and join us, be part of our Khandaan.
Khandaan podcast और एक्टिंग। Girl, you're my chum,